Well, that concludes a very long day for me. It really wasn't that bad because I had a little excitement in the middle of the day. We purchased a new horse and honed the tone. He'll be coming to the barn tomorrow. And somebody asked me, where do you think you're going to race him? I didn't really know at the time, but I think I might take him to the Meadows, to be honest. There's some non-winners, races up to 10. And looking at the way that Sailor has not found a way forward when he starts to get upwards of 10 wins, might be a good time to get your foot in the door with Hone the Tone at the Meadows. Non-winners, he fits in non-winners of 5,000. I think Tim said they went in 55 and 1 the other day. Might be a good spot for Hone the Tone. So you might see him show up at the Meadows. I'm a little undecided, but as of right now, it looks like that indeed might be where he shows up. So we ourselves had a pretty good day. I know that the procrastinator didn't really seal the deal tonight, but I was in a bad spot with that guy. You know, I thought I was getting away in a great spot. It looked like Chris Lems was going to have to push to the lead, which would mean undoubtedly Aaron Merriman would be first over, and instead Aaron Merriman ended up in the 2-hole. Chris Lems backed into the 3-hole. He wasn't coming again, which left first over or no man's land for procrastinator. I started him up first over. He did what he could, but first over in 54 is not a winning move with procrastinator. But, you know, as I like to say with a lot of different scenarios in horse racing, you have to play the hand you're dealt. That was the hand we were dealt. Now, how did the rest of the day go? Pretty friggin' good, really. Patrick the Piranha in the pouring rain. I said it was raining so hard at the time, the rain was dripping off the camera, yet he somehow landed up to the quarter in 25 and 4 for a horse that has been racing from well off the pace his whole life. This place is closed, isn't it? I know it is. It closes early every night. It's weird. Let's see this guy looking. I've gone through this exact scenario before. It's a gas station that closes at like 10 o'clock. It's right on the main strip. Yeah, and I fell for it again. So Patrick the Piranha nipped. I thought he hung on. I thought he won the race, but he got nipped at the wire in 50 and 2 in the teeming rain. The other division went in 50 and 3. The final goes for 50,000 next week. Now I thought it went for 100, which is quite a discrepancy when you think about it. But I see it. I think it was Mark Beckwith's father or grandfather's memorial pace. I hope he wins it for us and for him. The final goes next week, and then we see where we go with Patrick the Piranha A. But man, he's been some kind of good for us for quite a while. What else do we have going on? Blue Bayou Deal. What a mile from Blue Bayou Deal. Came from 7th at the half, 3 wide down the backstretch, or halfway down the backstretch, all the way around the last turn, closing in, and just got beat at the wire going for 100,000. I think John McDonald drove her just about as good as you could drive her. Flat cover. She overcame that cover. She really likes Oak Grove, and I hope she likes the Red Mile just as much, because that's where you're going to see her surface next. Then Walk on the Moon. I think Dexter maybe thought he was driving Bulldog Hanover on the trot. He just wheeled up first over like he was tons of best. Old Walk on the Moon put it on him. Come out of the last turn and just threw 2 heaping scoops of mediocrity at him. Now I'm going to get a lot of hate mail for throwing shade on Walk on the Moon. You guys know this is the type of stuff that annoys me when he's a winner and finds a way to get beat, and he does it very, very well. He fooled probably one of the best drivers in the last 15 years into thinking he was a jogburger in the last turn. He just sat there motionless, like he was going to call on him coming out of the last turn, and he was just going to sprint the whole way down the lane. So Dexter Dunn joins a long list of fooled drivers on Walk on the Moon. Finished fifth. What else? Then we went to Mohawk. First we raced what a mission. What a good mile from that colt. You know, if I had been able to get to the right coming out of the last turn, I'm second easy. As it was, he was just a narrowly beaten second at the wire. I think we will probably race him in the Buckeyes next start here. A couple of killers. That John Dutton horse looked legit. Black Magic looked legit. Kurt Suggs' horse that finished second to him. I can name 4 or 5 tough ones. And you know what? We'll probably be one of the best ones in the Buckeye. So probably just going to slide him into the Buckeye, which is here at Northfield next time he races. Then we went to Mohawk. James had to eat all the humble pie, all the bad things he said about globetrotting the night she made a break. He had to eat them all. eat them, num them all night. He was full by the time he left. Ended up getting away fourth, slid out onto cover. He drove her great. Closed up hard to win in 53-2. A fantastic mile from Globetrotting. Look at that cat. That's his last start in that class. I will find a better class for him. I'm a little angry. Both him and Sailor. This is unacceptable. Going on the track at 50-1. You know the outcome before you go on the track. It will not happen again. If they find it, I'll find a class in Georgian or something for him. I have to talk to Jason about where we're going to put this horse, because I'll scratch him before I race him in that class at 50-1 again. That is insane. And very much similar situation with Sailor. Here's a good horse that is wasted. First time you raced him in there, fine. Little tough. Next 2 times, that's on us. That is a waste of a class. A waste of a week, and it will not happen again. Sailor will race somewhere else, or he'll relocate to another track. Did his best. I don't know what he trotted 55 in a piece tonight, which isn't his best because he's trotted 54. He might have even trotted 53 in a piece before. But no more racing against that Nommers and 9,000 crew. It's absolutely too tough for him, and he's not going to do it. Same thing with Look at That Cat. Another horse that raced fantastic, aside from Globetrotting last night, was White Tiger. First start ever in his life without hobbles on in a parimutuel event, and the horse, he looked good. Gapped a little bit in the last turn. I think he was just trying to take care of himself, not put himself in a stupid position in the last turn. I thought James backed him up. He said no. He told Amy, he said no. He just kind of let off the gas in the last turn, made sure he get through the turn, and took off. He said that was all him. So it was nice that Globetrotting was White Tiger was taking care of James tonight. But he raced great. Finished up strong on the inside for a horse that, as I said, we knew he had to go in 53 in his first start, and he did, and he raced very, very well to finish third. Very proud of him, very happy with him. And then, as I said, Procrastinator, can't really blame him. First over is not his trip. First over in 54, really not his trip. We're going to have to find a better combination of classes. I should have just bit my lip and left him at the Meadows this week. I was just worried the class wouldn't go at the Meadows and he was going to miss a week. Instead, we drew the outside, got a bad trip. Not what I wanted for Procrastinator. So, he's going to find that Nommers a 2, Nommers a 3 condition claimer thing. That's where he's going to be on the pacing side. He's a nice horse. There's nothing wrong with Procrastinator. But he is going to need a little help. Help moving forward. So whether it's a Nommers a 2 here next week, or what, he draws the outside again, and he's going to be banished. I'm just going to have to move him over to the Meadows. I don't want to do that. I think there's some great racing here for him. He goes for more money here, but he can't do it from the 7 hole, especially with favorites to the left of him, quite a few of them, 2 or 3 of them. I noticed he knuckled over a little bit right hind. We usually do that right stifle on this guy too and work on his feet. So I think he can have a better showing next week. A little bit of post position relief, a little bit of maintenance work, and I think that Procrastinator will be a 1, 2, 3 again. So that is our night in a nutshell. All done now. I'm going to get up in the morning, 7:30 in the morning. I'm going to grab Starbucks. I'm going to go to the Meadows. I'm going to train Carter Michael Dio in preparation of his Philadelphia start on Thursday. Just a slow mile, but I'm going to let him trot a little bit in the end of it. I want to get a feel for him. I want to make sure that he's dialed in good. That is going to take place, and also I'm going to qualify the big Mongoloid. I'm going to qualify Father Dunn tomorrow. Need a big bike for him, change of equipment a little bit on him, and I think we'll be just fine for tomorrow. Once that's done, it's done. Hopefully they fill a 12 to 15 claimer at the Meadows, because that's likely where he is going to race. So, a little preview of what's going on tomorrow morning, a little recap of what went on tonight. Not a bad day at the stable. Blue Bayou Dio, great. Patrick the Piranha, great. Globetrotting, great. White Tiger, great. What a Mission, great. Unfair of Look at That Cat, Sailor, poorly used, and Procrastinator with a tough trip. So, overall, pretty good night. Talk to you guys soon. It's 11:32, and I am going to get maybe a little small bag of chips. Wind down, watch a little TV, and be in bed by 12:15. Take care.